So I'm curious. I always start this way. Where were you born and when were you born?
Um, I was born April 14, 1994
Okay.
at 11:59 p.m.
Oh, wow.
at Torrance Medical Center, UCLA Medical Center.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah.
So you're 30?
Yeah.
Nice.
That was bad.
Well, I turned 30 in a couple months, so that's how I knew.
Oh, that mean. Come on.
Okay, so is that where your family's from, Torrance?
Honestly, from like growing up, I claimed Torrance, but really, like I moved to Norwalk when I was 3, and I was there till I'm still there now.
Okay.
So like I guess I do have to rep the barrio. Like, but
Okay.
if anyone asks, I'm like, no, I'm from Torrance.
Okay. But like your family's from that area as well, or did they move here from somewhere?
They moved, like they're just kind of all over the place.
Okay, for sure. So you're a really great artist. I've seen your page, a lot of really cool work. How did you realize that was something you like to do? You've been drawing since a young age, or?
No, I started when I was like 18, 19. Like, long story short, it was like just because I was obsessed. It was like the Odd Future ran Fairfax.
Mm-hmm.
And I would literally bring them tacos, like the Supreme store and Odd Future store tacos.
Mm-hmm.
Just like trying to make friends and stuff.
Okay.
Supreme actually got my mom to like get in the front of the lines, and she became one of the biggest resellers in eBay.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then me, we just got close, and then like when Tyler's birthday came out, it was like, what do you get someone that can buy himself anything, really? And then I was like, okay, I'll bake him a cake, and like I made him like a painting from like old stuff from high school, and he was like, yo, like, this is oil paint, like this is you? And I'm like, yeah. And he was like, you should stick to this, like it's natural talent.
Mm-hmm.
And like in my mindset, I was like, all right, if I paint a painting a day, I can come to Fairfax a day, show Tyler a new painting, have a new conversation, have a new selfie. And it was just after a year, I just fell in love with the shits.
Was that the first painting you did, or you had painted other things before?
It was the first painting.
Really? So you mentioned your mom was reselling. Was your mom always like entrepreneurial like that?
I mean, yeah, I guess. Like, once she found out that, like, oh, like, it was just, eBay was a thing. I guess. And then, towards, like, later on, I kind of became, like, the bait plug. So, like, like, everyone by now should know, like, bait is just cheaper in Asia. Like, so buy it in Asia, you're saving $200, $300. Like, and you're getting the drops prior to the American drops. So I was, what do you call it? I was shopping for Mike Will, because Mike Will was like, I want more vape than you. And I'm just like, okay, give me the card. So, yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so that's how you kind of started networking in the music scene, was by making paintings for people, starting with Tyler, the Creator. Who else did you paint?
Fuck, by now, everyone.
Yeah.
Except Justin Bieber.
Okay. So you just did that and ran with it? How old were you at that time? You were 18, 19?
The first painting?
Yeah.
19.
Okay. Were you, like, prior to that, you were into clothing, or is that?
No, I went to school for, like, business.
Okay. Why did you decide to do that? What did you want to do?
I didn't know, like, what business I wanted to do. I just knew, like, I needed to know to handle business, which is kind of, like, ironic, because when things started getting lucrative, and it was, like, I don't think I really handled things as a businesswoman should have.
What do you mean?
Like, we partied like rock stars. And there wasn't, like, we didn't save for, like, certain things, and just kind of, like, you get so excited, like, new money's coming in, and then, like, when things get real, it's like, oh, like, this could have been prevented if we had just, like, really, like, we're on our P's and Q's.
So, you're, at the top point, your income was off of selling the paintings?
Stickers, shirts, rugs. We actually had, like, a BBC collab.
Okay.
with the rugs, and they were sold at all their flagship stores in Miami, Florida, New York.
Okay. So you were selling things in retail. Was it online too, or it was? Okay.
Like, it was funny because my biggest dream and my biggest goal was like, let's get the stickers to like at Urban Outfitters. But you know, we got, I can't even think of like other stores we got it to, but like it was always like Urban Outfitters is the goal,
Yeah.
Zoomies type shit.
Okay. So you're making clothes. How did you even figure out how to do that? How to make all those other products? You just found a print shop and got it done? And then how did you market it?
Honestly, I had like my ex-partner at the time, like cute little white boy, long torso, just took the picture and like kept it in square when Instagram was still square.
Okay. For sure. So Instagram played a big part in that.
Yeah, Instagram was everything. I mean, like I had a close fan base on Tumblr. It had like 100,000 followers, but I lost access to it and had to like restart on Tumblr. So like, you know, people on Tumblr, that was at the time that like you could see the celebrity if they liked your pictures, then everyone would start going on it.
I feel like I've probably seen one of your paintings on Tumblr back then.
Really?
Yeah.
You got my like the homepage things. I've done over like almost 600 portraits now in the past 12 years.
Okay. So what like influenced you to do that? You didn't know that you would be good at painting until you started, I'm guessing.
I mean, I didn't think I was good at painting. Like the year I was painting, I hated it. Like it was like a chore, but it was a chore that needed to be done if I needed another selfie with Tyler. So it had to happen.
Okay. So then how did that develop into a business? Like it must have taken a little bit of time, no?
No, I think at the start of 2014, I remember I was like, I'm going to be professional and I'm going to make this a business. Then my first like tweet was of blue, and I had tagged New World color and everything. And then maybe a couple days later, like they emailed me back. And they're like, "Oh, do you want to give your paintings to blue?" And and I met John Mainframe, and like it was really surreal. Like the internet's crazy.
What do you think is your biggest accomplishment?
That I'm still doing it. Like especially now, like I just caved and got onto TikTok yesterday. And everyone's telling me you're gonna kill it with the art. And low key, I think I made my TikTok just seem like name dropper's delight. Cause I was just like, I'm just have fun with this, and it's just I think it's so hard to have like stick to your guns, like especially now, like all the artists are doing the painting a day to like pay my bills, and like everything's content now. And like my biggest accomplishment is I never treated it like content. Like it was still art. Like I would still go on my tangents, and I'm like, sorry guys, I'm not painting well, it's sucking, I don't know what's going on. And it really, like, I know say I probably can't teach painting, but I feel like if someone goes down and like goes through my tangents, and like you could probably teach someone, like, and that would probably be my like biggest accomplishment.
What's your favorite painting?
Ooh. What's yours?
I like the X4 one.
On the dead homies. Okay, I know I go on tangent. There's no free art. I think right now everyone's on the tip like, oh, she's meeting these rappers because she's paying them for free. No, Greedo pays $10K for each of his paintings, and he wants 10 more. But I will admit, like X4's is free because it was funny. He DM'd me and we were pumping gas, and I was like, "Who's X4?" And he was like, "Oh, I want a painting." And then my friend at the time was like, "Oh, that's X4." Like, yeah, it's a homie. Like, you gotta paint him. And then, like, when we're done pumping gas, I was, like, trying to reply, and it was gone. And then I was, like, I sent the, like, emoji with the eyes looking up and shit. And he was like, you didn't make me feel like a trophy. I was like, bro, it's a process. And, like, I always tell people it's a process. But, like, literally that night, I spent my night, like, I fucked with the music. And then I watched the interviews. And I absolutely adored him. And I was like, I'm going to make this painting the best painting ever. And then when I was just, like, talk to him about it, he seemed so excited about it until I realized he just talks in caps.
Yeah, he does type in caps.
Like, the whole time I was like, this is how everyone should talk to me.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. So... yeah, that's definitely my favorite. I like the one you did for Lefty too. I work with both of those guys, and you know, both really solid individuals for sure. Who do you want to paint next?
If it were up to me, there's a picture of OGZ I like. The one that's like, I think it's covered. It's coming up in February. It's already February. Fuck.
Yeah, crazy.
If it's up to Lefty, who's up my ass, he wants a painting with Greedo, half Greedo's face, half him.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
He wants one of him, Dodie, and X4. He wants... there's so many he wants.
Yeah.
And luckily, like, shout out to my new bestie, Sam, from A Whole Lot of Cough Syrup. Like, first of all, I was just like, you were my dream. Like, this is everything. And we like, clicked, and we're just like, bro, like, let's take over 2025. And like, I don't know if this is true or not, but Desto's supposed to like buy a spot in Fairfax, and she was like, dude, like, that's where we're gonna do our show. Like, it would be epic. Like, and it's so wild because I've lived in LA my whole life, and I'm 30 now. I've never heard of any of these people. Like, I was just so obsessed with Tyler, and then I moved to Atlanta, and I was so obsessed with Atlanta. And you always wish, like, oh, I wish I could read that book again. I wish I can get that first feeling sense again. And I think, like, this is, like, my first feeling again. Like, you know, my paintings haven't been, like, where they were for the past few years. And, like...
you feel yourself getting excited to get about it again?
Yeah. And so that's why, like, I'm not going to fuck it up by all this, like, money-hungry shit. I'm like...
right.
What was it? Fora DM'd me and was like, love to work. Like, I'm going to be back in May. XYZ. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, I'm going to just be real with you. Like, we probably have to hang out and bond first. But, like, whenever you're ready, like, I'm here. Like, I want to... I don't know. I guess, like, once you meet the person, like, you want to paint it good for them, I guess.
That makes sense. I mean, I think there's definitely better when there's, like, a emotional bond, right, when you're working.
No, 100%. Like, there's Greedo knows how to good paintings. The way he talks, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, Greedo's kind of like a fashion icon out here.
Oh, I know. I tried to plug him with, like, my homegirl who's a stylist. And he was like, fuck that shit on my face. I was like, sorry.
Yeah. This sounds pretty accurate. So you said you used to party a lot in your heyday. You said when you were spending money partying like rock stars.
Oh, yeah. With my ex-partner.
Right. Living that rock star lifestyle.
Yeah, my minimum to keep up with like the online sales and like to keep money like a certain amount coming in and staying in the savings. Our goal per week was to make $8,000 to $10,000, and this was just off stickers.
Crazy.
And literally just stickers. We didn't get them machine made. I cut them up myself.
Wow, it's a lot of work.
I know, but like, there's so many different types of stickers, so like it costs more when you do like, it's 50 of one sticker, it's 50 of another sticker, it's 50 of another sticker.
Right. Like, was most of that money off the stickers? It was coming from retail stores or online?
Online and retail stores, like
Both.
both the same.
Okay. And what did you learn from that experience?
I don't think anything deep, but like it may. No, actually, it did. One thing it did learn. I used to purposely use bad sticker paper, so they would come again to buy new ones. Like I did that for a good while until I was like, I gotta stop doing this to people. So then we switched to the vinyl, non-scratchable, waterproof.
Well, you must have been pretty confident in the design of the stickers to know that they're going to come back, right? What advice do you have for someone who wants to maybe do the same things that you've done?
What advice do I have? Don't do it. Too many people are doing it now. But no, I'm just kidding. No, like to just do it. Like I know some people think they have to have a starting point and like an idea of what they want to do. My ex, who I think is one of the best like color painters ever, like he literally gets drunk, 30 beers, and then buys a bunch of spray paint, and like I swear that shit looks like a Jackson Pollock. Like it's just getting it out there, like knowing that you have like a surge of creativity and like getting it out the quickest way you can. Like whether that's skating, actually painting, like I don't know.
Have you done like graphic design?
No, I suck at it. I would make so much money. I'm so jealous.
So what's next for you? What are you looking forward to?
I don't know. Like for the past 4 years, I've been on a slow like, oh shit, like maybe I do have to go back to college, or like did I waste my life on this painting stuff? But this year so far has been like there's something coming. I can feel it.
Definitely.
And like I don't want to ruin like the momentum of everything.
For sure. What you mentioned you're 3 months sober.
Yes.
How has that been for you? Why did you decide to do that?
Parents made me be real. I hate being sober.
I feel you.
No, I mean, it was something I wasn't gonna talk about. Like I talked about it with my close friends, but then it was the other day I was texting my friend who was like the VP for the Atlanta Hawks, and she's like, you know, I was like, miss you, love you, like thanks for supporting me, like da da da, and she was like, yeah, she's like, I will support you any day, whatever you need, and then she puts in parentheses, just lay off them drugs, and I was just like, fuck, like I knew people knew that I would pop pills and like every here and then, but I didn't realize people knew to an extent. I don't think they knew how bad it was, but yeah, like, and I think it's because it's made me who I am. It made me the bubbly person that I like always been, and like made me the person like, why is she doing that in the studio? Like she doesn't belong here, and it's been a hard journey to like let that go and have it affect my character, because I'm just like, now I'm 30 and I'm like, fuck, I'm supposed to be respectable. Like, what does that mean?
Well, I still sense that you have a bubbly personality, and you know, you still have your friends. People still want to be around you. You know, so proud of you. I know it's not easy, but you're doing a great job.
Thank you so much. It's been hard.
So I ask everybody this: have you ever gone through depression?
100%.
Yeah. How do you?
That was my whole MO. Like, I was like I went through 2 suicide attempts, one in 2016 and one in 2015. And like I was on like antidepressants, but then after like my third suicide attempt, they reevaluated me and they're like, "Yo, you're bipolar," like, and I'm still not in a place where I understand my bipolar, but like it did help that there was something for depression, because like my depressions go like 4 or 5 days no sleep, like.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, had they misdiagnosed you before? Did they like change your medication?
Yeah, they
or?
changed it. They changed it in 2019.
Okay.
So like now I'm on all this stuff.
What's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
Stop talking so much.
Why was that good advice?
Because I talk too much. Mike
you.
Will told me years ago, he said, "Do you want to be a millionaire?" And I'm like, "Yes, tell me, Mike, how did you make it?" And he was like, "Make a Twitter. Don't make it your image. Don't let them know it's your face. And just tweet the way you be tweeting all day." And he was like, $1 million. Guaranteed. And I was like, "No, I got Twitter first."
Interesting. What's the biggest lesson you've learned being in this business?
Relationships are everything. Like, they really are. And like, I hate that I think about some relationships where like they given me grace, but like I probably sent them like not up to par media and stuff. But I don't know, like,
How do you build those relationships?
how we're building a relationship.
Yeah.
Except
talking?
usually I would come in food, but my ex-husband stole all my money and then left.
Uh-huh.
Right. So, like, I don't know, it's how I approach friendships is how I approach a painting. Like, I don't want to approach it like, like, no effort. Like, I'm not fun with it. And,
Put your heart into it.
And yeah, like, really, like, I'm going to put my all into it. It's better than my all. And, like, I don't know. But that's how I approach every painting.
Do you think everybody's an artist?
I think everyone can be an artist.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think not everyone is an artist.
You think it's important to invest in yourself as an artist?
100%. Like, I've had many highs and many lows in my careers, and like luckily, when I first started making money, it was like, okay, now I can invest in more products to sell.
Yeah.
I can invest in brushes that are better and won't get ruined. I can invest in better material, and that ended up it would be better paintings. So then you can hire up the price and like. It's, yeah.
You just want to be smart about it, right? You don't want to necessarily just kind of throw money in any direction.
Yeah, like.
Do something where it's going to come back.
Yeah.
You have any other hobbies?
No, and that's the problem. Like. That's the problem. I wish I did. Like, it's so, like, I don't know.
Are you going to host another show? Art show?
I think so. Not in LA, though.
Where would it be?
Maybe ATL, maybe Miami.
That'd be cool. Both those cities have really cool art districts.
Mm-hmm.
Really cool art scenes. What do you want to accomplish? What's your biggest goal in life? It doesn't have to be just with art, but what do you want to leave this earth with?
Honestly, like, I used to be crazy about, like, change the stigma of, like, mental health and, like, really, like, getting it into, like, education, like, where they're still in elementary. And it's like, I don't know, I guess my biggest stigma, I don't know.
You want to help educate people on mental health, the youth specifically.
Yeah, because, like, I think about my youths and, like, there was so many instances that they could have been like, hey, like, check her out. And, like, I would have gotten, I'm still not on the right medication. Like, it's going to take a while, but it's like, you know, could have learned this earlier.
At what age did you start taking medication?
For depressants, maybe when I was 17, and then for bipolar, when I was 19 years old.
What if you could give advice to yourself at, say, I'm gonna say 17 years old, what would it be?
A 17-year-old, how old was 17-year-old Mariella? Oh my gosh. Don't let him hurt you. I'm gonna say who hurt me. Alvin the Fly God hurt me. Like, we were like brothers and sisters, and I took something really, like, I let it destroy me in many ways. And I think that's what I'm finally hearing from, and, like, I'm glad we're back at talking terms, and, like, because that was really my brother.
How do you think most artists could improve?
I have no idea.
Practice? Practice?
Practice? Yeah, I'm like, what's the word?
Repetition?
Yeah, repetition. Like, I think when you put practice in it, it, like, gives too much, like, oh, I have to, like, do it next to it. But, yeah.
Did you finish school? How far did you go in school?
I literally only have 2 units in, like, a high school, but it's a college. College. And then done.
Oh, okay. You're still finishing. Nice.
Keep my parents happy.
Let's see. You think saving money is important? We kind of talked about it.
Yeah. Especially when you have no money saved.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, my friend, like, she bought a house with her wife. And, like, I was just like, are we in the same grade? And I'm like, what?
Do you still sell merch, or are you just painting right now?
I sell merch online through downtown website, but mainly I'm just painting.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I know you like to save money now, right? But
because I make no money.
What do you like to spend money on when you do spend money on yourself?
No, that really just brushes and paints.
Oh yeah.
Like.
And have you always used the same type of paint, type of tools since you started?
Like, iMovie. iMovie.
Oh. What do you believe in God? Why?
So guess my, like, testimony.
Yeah.
2 years ago, I got locked up in a psych ward, and, like, coming home was just hostile, and, like, I was getting triggered by everything. And my mom, like, I don't know, she, like, got the odds for, she like, loved having him over. And, like, I don't know, just to give, it reminds me of, like, when my brother got locked up, and, like, what was I saying?
You're talking about why you believe in God.
Oh, yeah. So, like, got looked up and like I'm always around certain people because I don't judge and like they do what they do and like I don't mind their business, they don't mind my business. We're not harming anyone. And lately it was a situation where I don't want to confirm someone like got killed, but like someone did, and like we were in that premise, and I was like, I don't belong here. I love you guys. You were my family. You took me on when I was homeless. You fed me. You cared for me. You guys are my family, but I don't belong here.
Yeah.
And I can't be who I need to be.
Definitely.
Yeah.
What's your favorite place that you've traveled to?
Vegas.
Yeah, why is that?
Because it's always fun.
There's always something going on, huh?
And I guess Macau. Macau is like Vegas too.
Where's that?
China.
Oh, okay, cool. That sounds really fun. What else do you want to talk about? Anything else? That's pretty much all the questions that I have. Once again, thank you for coming through. I really appreciate your artwork. I hope you never stop. What?
I'm so tired, but I'm brain farting when I'm like trying to pay attention.
No, you're good. You're good. You answered all the questions.
Yes. I wanted my interview to be like Soulless's.
Why? In what way?
He was just giving like fucking free game to everyone. I'm like, everyone that little A&Rs and everyone trying to be little managers, and I'm like, y'all need to listen to this man because he's giving free game to you guys, and like while y'all you're like laughing at my bestie Lefty, he is buying his second Maybach. Like, excuse you.
Yeah.
And there's just something that because I constantly, I love watching interviews and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like when I watched Soulless' interview, it was like, you didn't have to question it. You knew everything he was saying was coming from the heart. It was coming,
Definitely.
like, it was super like, and I don't know, like.
Souls has never been someone to hold back game. I think, I wish we had talked a little bit more on camera, but off camera afterwards, he continued to just, give me tons of knowledge. And Souls is a real one for sure. That's ultimately my goal, with these conversations on camera, is to help the future generations of who may want to do this,
Are we on camera? On camera now?
Yeah, we're on camera right now.
Oh, damn. Okay. We'll talk about something off camera.
You've met a lot of people. You've built a lot of different relationships.
And I appreciate you for that so much, because I know the initial probably came from the Lefty thing.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, you were probably the first person in, like, years that wasn't like, oh, she did the Griselda covers, or she did, like, DS2, or she did used to do, like, there's a lot of, like, eras that I'm known for. And, like, I think this was the first time where it was like,
It's 2025. It's a new wave.
What does Lefty call himself? It's like it's all his album covers. The most
the famous gangbanger.
Yeah, there you go.
The most valuable gangbanger.
So I was just like, I don't know, like I shouldn't say that on camera either.
Say it.
Can you beep the name?
You could tell me later.
Huh?
You could just tell me later.
No, I want to say it. I just want the name beeped.
Okay. Yeah, I could probably mute it.
So I had a friend, a really close friend, that brought me around OTR. but I was under the impression that he was managing Lefty, he was managing Dodie, he was managing Y3, he was managing and that wasn't the case. Right now he is terminated from OTR, and that kind of sucks because like it's not even the fact that he brought me around. I've known him for over 10 years, and I hope he gets the help he needs. I hope he stops becoming a compulsive liar, and I hope he pays back a lot of the money he owes people in the industry right now. And Solus is a very scary man. So I'm calling Solus and screaming at him as if saying, do you like, after I bonded with Lefty, I'm on a save Lefty at all costs mission. So I'm like, how dare you let him do this to our son? And he keeps saying, that's not your son. And I was like, Franklin is my son. And I'm going to protect him.
Yeah.
And it's very rare, like, not to even compare myself to Franklin because I'm nowhere near him. But when I went to ATL, we went there for 6 months because we were homeless. And, like, Mike Will came up to me and he was like, I don't know what you do, who you are, but something's telling me that, like, I need to protect your energy. And I was just like, oh, word. I was like, you want to see my Instagram? And then, like, now he's just, like, one of my best friends. Like, but, like, the man reads energy. And, you know, thank God for Solus because he really wants the best for him. I feel like if Lefty was with a different, like, label or record label, I don't know how it works, like, they would really just continue to, like, okay, he can go viral, and it's eating up content, and this and that, and, like, you know, you know for a fact that Solus is, like, putting his heart in this because I think he just really wants to see what Lefty can accomplish. Like,
yeah, he believes in him.
Like, I love him. Like, you know, they brought the wrong painting. Boo-hoo. And
Content.
I actually asked him not to post it. I kind of got like annoyed that they posted it 2 hours later without tagging, but Cool Power 106 tends to do that. And
I thought you posted it, no? I saw it on your page.
I posted it when, like, Lefty, because Lefty opened the wrong painting in the morning. I didn't give Lefty the painting until, like, midnight. And they posted it around, like, 2 p.m. But, you know, like, we talked about it, and, like, what is that? Where was going? It's going somewhere. Like, Lefty, like, he says, like, I don't know, it's weird, like, being with him in his home setting because he's amazing in his interviews. He's very media trained, but he's also such a human being. And,
Definitely.
like, when we started talking and learning about each other, he, like, said, tell me about your story. And I was just like, oh, you know, it's nothing. Like, I had cancer when I was a kid and this and that. And he was like, that's what we're going to do. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he was like, what color is the ribbon for colon cancer? And I was like, blue. And he goes, oh, okay, that's going to be fire. We're going to make merch off of that. He's like, that's how I'm going to help you get rich. And I was like, Lefty, I didn't ask you to come, like, make a scheme to get me rich. And I don't want to talk about my battles with cancer. And he was just like, no. And he was like, you're special, though. And he was like, and you deserve to, like, get that opportunity. He was like, that's why I've been given this opportunity to give it to others. And I was just like, this kid is special. Like,
Definitely.
Like, I don't care, like, what everyone's saying. And, like,
No, you meet
like,
Lefty, it's impossible not to love him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he means well. He's trying to do his best to be an example. Sometimes people slip up, and, like, I hate it sometimes. I think I see, like, they'll, like, bring it up to him, and I'm just like, bro, like, are we gonna, like, constantly, like, rerun all of your slip-ups? Like, it is what it is. He's trying. He's a kid. He's been out only for a year, and look how much he's accomplished. Like,
yeah. Have you ever had a bad reaction video? Has anybody not liked your painting?
Yes.
Before? Yeah?
I've been thinking about I have reaction videos of all my paintings.
Yeah.
But I didn't have So I have a video of one, and they begged me to do it, so it was kind of annoying. I got paid for it. It's fine. It was for Russ.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, he saw the painting. He was getting his manicure. Like, wouldn't even, like, bother to, like, stop his manicure.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, yeah, that's great. I have 5 of them at home. I'm like, okay. What the fuck am I going to do with this video now?
Yeah, it still might be a good video. You should post it.
I don't like them. I have a, like, my face doesn't cover my emotion well.
Yeah.
Like, they used to make fun of me when we did Art Basel, because me and Alvin, like, we're kind of, like, going through something at the time, but we're good now. But they, like, keep laughing at me. They're like, look how unhappy she looks. She's so pissed off. And I'm like, why do you guys have to, like, highlight that? Take it off the reel. I just think it's the funniest thing. And Dom Kennedy. Dom Kennedy was always my top 3, like, growing up.
Who do you listen to?
Currently, like, I go through phases.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm in my X4, like, Dodie 6, like,
Yeah.
and I'm going into, like, Stink Team, like, that's
Yeah.
like, I'm listening to right now.
Did you listen to the Kendrick album? GNX? That Dodie was on?
I heard the verse. Like, I'll be honest, like, I love Kendrick, but I don't think I've really enjoyed Kendrick since, like, 2015.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just kind of, like, what's going on in my life, and, like, it just doesn't mold, like,
Yeah.
not really, like...
You're more in an X4 right now?
Yeah, on Dead Homies. It was okay. It was funny because I'm under the impression all rappers know each other, okay? Like, I'm impression you guys are having dinners, talking shit about us, and, like, cool. So, like, when I was Lefty's house, like, Greedo's, like, I, like, sent selfie, and, like, he was like, oh, this is, like, Greedo, like, you know you're the man, like, just talking, like, I'm like, okay. And then I think someone said I was like, on Dead Homies, and then I was like, you a bitch. And then, like, Lefty stops me. He goes, wait, you can't send that to Greedo. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I'm giving X4 a shout out. And he goes, no. He was like, take that out. He was like, it's gonna like he was really like, you're disrespecting your elders. And I was like, maybe I am, but also, like, I've gotten so close to Greedo, like, I know his whole food order by heart. Extra caramel and the Frappuccino, like, he knows I'm not calling him a bitch.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, like, and then that's when they told me, they're like, no, they only met once, like, blah, blah, blah. Like, we've been trying to get in a studio session together, and I was like, well, like, Greedo's, like, not going to LA, like, just do the studio session and, like, block out that thing so people don't know where he lives.
Yeah.
And then they were saying, like, oh, then, like, I was like, yeah, and they're like, okay, so we'll give you, like, 10%, and I was like, for what? And they're like, you're A&Ring, and I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I do this for everyone. People are getting paid. Like, I can, like, I can list a whole bunch of places that was because of me. But I didn't realize it was, like, I thought it was my family that I was introducing to my other family that I think would work together well.
That's A&Ring. You got it down. You got a future in this music business. All right. I'm going to wrap it up unless there's anything else you want to speak on.
I'm hoping by 2026 I learn how to actually rap.
Okay.
Probably lose like 300 pounds. I just want to go through like a little phase. Like
that would be hard to have you on the track, for sure.
I mean, like, I got Mike Wood to be executive producer. I got who else owes me a favor. Think of all the favors done.
Drop an album. Drop a single at least.
Nah, I gotta be like a mixtape, like some like ATL shit with like flames.
Yeah, there you go. Do it. All right. Thank you for coming through. That's a wrap. Appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Like, I honestly, like, I thought your platform would be way bigger, like, because first of all, like, the graphics are amazing. The videos
thanks.
are amazing. Like,
Appreciate it.
like
We'll get there.
Who cares about Joe Budden's content?
It's like I just started doing interviews maybe 2 months ago, and the whole channel is like less than 2 years old. And
Now I'll be real too. Like I didn't go through the interviews, but like when you're doing music videos,
Yeah.
I think it was like I have so many screenshots. I was just trying to screenshot to get a good picture of like.
there's some good ones in there.
Then I was just like, should I just DM him? Like, I'm like, no. I'm like, he already doing his own thing. I'm like, I'm not gonna make him go through the archives for portraits. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, and so, got a long way to go, got a long way to grow, but
Fuck,
get
2
there.
years and you're doing all this, like, bro, you're gonna be a goat.
We'll get there. Yeah, we'll get there. I want to see.
Definitely will.
I definitely need at least 100,000 subscribers. We're gonna hit that in the next few years for sure.
This
Definitely.
year,
We'll see.
easy,
We'll see.
easy.
And
And I love
I'd like
that.
to see 100 million views
I
as well.
love that you do it like organically because we all know there are certain ways with the people that you've already like interviewed to get those type of numbers. Like there's ways, there's clickbait, there's like
Right.
but I love that you stick like how you do it, like the integrity. It's conversational. It's like it's not
Exploitive.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think like
It's a safe space.
yeah. And like your community appreciates it even if they don't say it. Like
Yeah.
I used to think like when I fall off, like okay, so like it's cool, like no one really cares, but then it's just like I have like a little bunch of artists like, oh my god, what's going on? Like, they need
People
their
look
say.
up to you.
They need
You're an
their
inspiration.
community. They
Yeah.
need their community.
You're an inspiration for sure, and I'm excited to see what you do in the future.
Wild. What if I just like fuck up everyone's head and just do your portrait, and then
That would be
retire?
crazy.
Mic drop.
Be like, who is that guy?
Make Lefty open the painting.
You'll be like, it's Roman. This is Roman. What? You know Roman? Yeah, that'd be funny. Well, okay, I'm actually gonna cut it off now. We're done. We're donezo.
Okay.